Now with Neal, you see him playing like less than 50 or more. Keanu Neal. 50% of the time, less, or you see him getting up to maybe like 60, 70.
If we're using him in that 3 safety role, it's going to depend on the opponent. Like, if it's a Baltimore situation, I think he plays a ton. If it's Cincinnati, I don't know how often we're going to use him. Like, I think
we could put him at linebacker. That's one of the things with his versatility.
Yes, but remember we were talking about, I like him if we're talking about the coverage part, but if you start flirting with him playing more predominantly at linebacker, the issue becomes when they check to that run, how does he handle that? Because he does it in spurts well. But as we said, man, as we've all seen, it's a difference between the small sample size versus when that guy's out there doing it full time.
The thing I like about him over Edmonds from that standpoint is he actually did it in Dallas for a full season.
He definitely did, yeah.
Now, I don't know how he feels about that now because he switched back to safety. So maybe
he was still playing some of it in Tampa, though. Like, he was still
at least he's still open to it.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just done doing it full time.
Yeah.
Which would make sense.
I mean, because I'm not a safety. I've never been a safety. But I don't feel like safeties really want to be linebackers. I feel like safeties want to play safety. And they just move the linebacker when they can't play safety in the league. Like, that's how it goes. Yeah. It's like, oh, man, I'm a safety. No, you're not. You're a linebacker. Yeah. Your hips are not as good as you thought they were. You're not as fast as you thought you were. And we call them big safeties. That's the joke with them. You know?
No, but, again, this signing was...
I like this.
Pretty much only upside. I don't see any downside to the signing at all.
Did we get the numbers yet?
Well, no, but here's my assumption.
If Casey's number,
that's what I mean. Yeah. I feel like if Casey's getting 3, it can't be more than Casey.
Right.
If you're calling Neal a depth piece, how's it gonna be more than 3?
Yeah.
And if
especially
Edmonds
when you
got
come
2,
out and said it too.
Maybe they just took Edmonds' deal and gave it to Neal.
Yeah.
Like $2 million a year.
Yeah.
For 2 years.
But nah, he opens up a lot. I think he does take some of that pressure off.
There's literally no downside at all. Yeah. We just replace Edmonds, and this guy might actually be better. There's a little more uncertainty because Edmonds has been in the system for 5 years.
Yeah. But, and he's been available playing.
I mean, if you're gonna ask a guy to replace Edmonds, this is the guy to do it.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, he's actually a Pro Bowler. Also been on a Super Bowl team too.
No, seriously, bro.
And that's some of the stuff.
And he's a high pedigree guy.
Yeah, that's some of the stuff I really liked about our signings too. If you look at every guy, there's some veteran leadership. There's some playoff, meaningful game experience with all of these dudes.
They're bringing something to the table.
Yeah, Neal, Super Bowl team. Patrick Peterson, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Some of those Eagles offensive linemen.
At least with Brady, he was in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Got to look at some playoff action. So, yeah.
Recently, at least.
Yeah.
Cowboy, what'd they do?
Chargers, they got the comeback on him.
He was on that Cowboys team that lost to the 49ers round 1.
Yeah, that too.
Dak blowing it. That was, 2021.
Yeah. But it's playoff experience, though. So I definitely like it, though, man. Like I said, the Keanu pickup, man, I think that's dope.